There's so many other things that are happening, like in your body, like your whole being is stronger. You can do so much more.
I've started exercising muscles that I never knew existed. Nobody's ever consciously said to me, like, we are now exercising this muscle. We're targeting this muscle.
Most people don't do that at all. Like in training in general, there is no specific targets or really understanding of what we are actually trying to achieve or what we're training. Because of that, you've learned so much, I think, about your body as well. Like I have this muscle there, and this is how they work together to produce a certain movement. Just like a simple squat, you're starting to have that understanding.
Like when we first started, and you were saying, you'll start to get more in touch with your body and more in touch with your muscles. I was sort of sitting down thinking like, all right, come on, flex it, talk to me. You know what I mean? I was so far removed from my body. But now when I go for a walk, I can feel just my whole thing is more straight. Wow. But it's not me. Yeah. It's not me holding it straight.
Yeah, like sometimes getting a better posture, it's like you just have a better coordination, a better understanding of this muscle that you work. And after that, you start to automatically almost realign yourself when you walk, like you said, when you do daily stuff.
My mentality about fitness comes from 20 odd years ago when I joined the Royal Navy Submarine Service.
Wow.
And the whole thing about the Royal Navy and the fitness instructors in the Royal Navy was called getting beasted. I'd say I'd only ever known one kind of training. I had to shake off kind of that previous how I thought I had to train. You got me doing like the standing knee raise, which took me like a month to get. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I'm like, all I'm doing is lifting my knee arrow, and you're like, you're doing it wrong. You've got me doing this wall deadlift, and the first week that I'm doing this wall deadlift, I'm thinking, what is this? This is a crazy movement. I'm doing it this morning, sort of 6 months on, and again, I haven't learned all the names of the muscles, but I can just feel this row of muscles within my stomach, just bang, 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 bang. It really is shocking how weak the core and the body can be when you're suddenly introduced to these new exercises. Just having that willingness to say, well, all right, this guy obviously knows quite a lot more than me, so if he's saying that we should be doing this standing knee raise that I just can't understand how I keep getting wrong, then there is a reason why I'm doing this standing knee raise.
That's one of the things as well. Like, it's not enough that I just tell, like, just go and do it. I try to explain precisely how to do, and then after you understand some principles that we talk about, certain control, stabilization, and once you apply those when you do that exercise, you start to realize what it actually does. After you do them, you realize what the real purpose is. Getting better results out of an exercise requires practice of that exercise. All the time as you do it, you'll get a deeper sensation in the muscles, and this kind of relies on that awareness, what you're targeting. You have a bit of mind-muscle connection, understanding of that.
I mean, this sounds really boring, I'd like to be able to say, oh, there's this like super magic trick, but it's not. It's just doing the workout. In a way, there is the sort of magic, if you want to call it that way. You can have two persons doing the same stuff. The other person is getting results, the other person is not. And the difference there is the approach, how you do this exercise, what are you focusing on. This has been the thing even in my channel here. It's sometimes hard to get people to realize what is the real thing. We're not trying to lift weights. We're not trying to impress anything. We're focusing directly on the body, building up the strength, mobility, the movement, the quality. People have been truly, for years now, all they can think of that it's the weights. It's all about the weights, and it's all about the sort of numbers, and it's all about this fancy stuff. You mentioned, why would I do this standing knee raise? Because it doesn't look impressive. And it's an amazing exercise. Works so many areas, and your coordination and your hip flexors and your stability in the leg. There's so many things that you can work with, these simple things, and you need to master those before moving to anywhere else. If you're serious about your approach, and if you really want to do this in the long term and avoid those injuries and keep on making progress without plateaus. But this takes a very deep understanding of the body, first of all. And it takes that honesty, because through that honesty, you actually know how your body functions. Are you cheating with your exercises? You can realize what is your true strength. Most people don't want to face how weak they really are. And if you can't face how weak you are, you can't truly make progress.